All right, we have a question here. A company produces bottles, right? The following information relates to the company. Assuming one resource is held fixed, all right, capital or land, calculate the marginal product and the average product, all right? State where the law of diminishing marginal return begins, and we have to show the relationship between marginal product and total product, all right? So we're going to first start by finding the marginal product. So remember the marginal product, this is the additional output, all right? Additional output by hiring one more laborer, okay? It's just additional output by hiring one more laborer, okay? As we can see here, with one worker, we're able to produce 10 bottles, okay? With two workers, we're able to produce 24 bottles. Okay. With three workers, we're able to produce 39 bottles. So I want to see what's happening as we increase our labor force, right? Because labor is what is there, is the variable resource here. Okay. So the marginal product is, the formula to get the marginal product is change in total product and over the change in the number of workers. Change in the total product over the change in the number of workers, all right? So as we can see, the change in the number of workers is constant, okay? We're just increasing workers one by one, right? One by one. So the change in the number of workers will be one always. So our denominator is always going to be one. So where we're going to be concerned with the figures is in the change in total product, right? So for one worker, there is no marginal product because we do not have a previous information before this first worker. So we leave it blank. Okay. Now we go to the second worker. Okay, go to the second worker. Right, so we're going to say, since it's change in total product, we're going to say 24 minus 10, we get 14. All right. So by hiring a second worker, all right, we're able to produce 14 more units. Okay. Remember, marginal product is the additional output by hiring one more worker, okay? So we're able to produce 14 more units by hiring a second worker, all right? Let's see what happens with the third worker, all right? We're going to say 39 minus 24, okay, we get 15, all right? So the third worker was able to increase production by 15 bottles, okay? By 15 bottles, right? Okay, let's see what happens to when we have the fourth worker. Okay, we're going to say change in total product, which will be 52 minus 39. Okay, we get 13. All right. So, all right, we've had the fourth worker. Yes, our production has increased by 13 units, but our marginal product has begun to decrease, all right? From 15, now it's gone down to 13. So this is the point where the law of diminishing marginal returns starts. Okay, this is where the law of diminishing marginal returns starts. Okay, now let's continue calculating the marginal product. All right, we had the fifth worker, 60 minus 52. Get 8. Have you seen? Our marginal product was increasing at first. Now it started to decrease. Okay. We had the sixth worker, all right, 65 minus 60. Okay. The fifth worker has been able to increase production, but the sixth worker has been able to increase production by 5 units. All right. But still more, what we can see here is our marginal product is reducing Our total product is still increasing, but our marginal product has started reducing. All right. Let's see what happens with the seventh work. Okay, 65 minus. Okay. So now with the seventh worker, we don't produce any more additional units. Okay. We do not produce any more additional units. All right. Let's see what happens when we bring in the eighth worker. Okay. Our marginal product is still decreasing. All right. Our marginal product is still decreasing. All right. And now notice what has happened. Our total product has now begun to start decreasing. Okay. From 65, it's now going to 63. By hiring the eighth worker, the total product has become 63. So now this is where I want to talk about the law of diminishing marginal returns, which says as you add a variable resource, all right, which are the workers, to fixed resources. So here we're assuming we have a fixed resource, which is capital, all right. Production will eventually decrease, all right. So now production has started decreasing. We hire the ninth worker. As you can see, production is still decreasing, okay. -3, right? We hire the 10th worker. As you can see, production is now steadily decreasing. The more workers we're hiring now, our production has started to decrease, okay. So let us look at the graph first for the total product, okay, and we're also going to look at the graph for the marginal product. So what I'll do is this, and we're going to discuss the relationship between the total product and marginal product. Okay, so if you draw a curve for your total product, okay, as you can see, this orange line represents the total product. It's increasing, 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 increasing. And there's a certain point where it's going to start decreasing, all right? Now, let's add in our marginal product curve into this graph. So let me do it like this. Okay. Let me just zoom in a bit. All right. So what we have here in gray, this is our marginal product, all right? This gray line here is our marginal product, and the orange line is the total product. Now, the relationship between the total product and the marginal product is that when marginal product is increasing, all right, when marginal product is increasing, total product increases at an increasing rate, right? As marginal product is increasing, total product increases at an increasing rate. All right, let me just add zeros here so that I can connect this line to here. Let me see if the okay, these zeros are not really doing anything. So now we're going to discuss the relationship between, as I was saying, the relationship between marginal product and total product is that as marginal product increases, Total product increases at an increasing rate, all right? So this section of our graph is what we're going to call increasing returns, okay? This is the stage of increasing returns, all right? Okay, this is the stage of increasing returns, all right? Then, as marginal product decreases, all right, total product increases at a decreasing rate, all right? At first, total product was increasing at an increasing rate, all right? As you can see here, as marginal product is increasing here, you can see this small section here. As marginal product is increasing, total product increases at an increasing rate, right? But as marginal product starts decreasing, right? As marginal product starts decreasing, the total product will increase at a decreasing rate, right? So from this section where the law of diminishing marginal returns begins up to here, okay, we'll call this stage the stage of diminishing returns, all right? Diminishing returns, okay? And then when total product starts reducing, all right, when total product starts reducing, we'll call this stage the stage of negative returns, all right? So these are the three stages, all right?